Saludos amigos, antes que nada quiero agradecerles a todos por el apoyo de siempre y decirles que en UCCLATAM estamos muy conscientes de la situación que afecta a toda nuestra comunidad y queremos contribuir con nuestro granito de arena con esta importante campaña Quédate en tu casa, Stay the fuck home. Todas las noches vamos a estar retransmitiendo una pelea que ustedes van a seleccionar durante el día por votación, pelea que vamos a estar comentando en vivo, y entre los que participen vamos a estar regalando algunos premios, cortesía de algunos patrocinadores y pues equipos nuestros de UCC. Queremos hacer énfasis que somos conscientes de la situación y queremos pedirle a todos que apoyen quedándose en su casa. Es la mejor manera de erradicar este virus que pues está afectando no solo a todas las familias, está afectando al mundo entero, está afectando la economía y está afectándonos a todos de muchas maneras. Entonces es importante que tomemos conciencia. Esperamos que pues con esta pequeña o pequeño granito de arena pues nuestro les sea un poquito más agradable quedarse en su casa todo este tiempo. Y nada, comenten, díganos sus impresiones de las peleas, participen, ganen premios y bueno, nuevamente agradecerles a todos por el apoyo que siempre nos dan y nada, nos vemos en la pelea, todo lo demás es cosa de niños.
El referee para este combate es Juan Batista.
Alrighty, we are ready to get the bantamweight matchup underway. On the left-hand side of your screen in the black trunks with the blue gloves, Luis Fernandez. And on the right-hand side of your screen, fighting out of the red corner, the taller of the two, Ricardo the Hyena Rivera. So this fight is scheduled for three 3-minute rounds. It's our last amateur fight of the night. Oh, nice left hand there from Fernandez to open it up. A nice kick from the Hyena.
Yeah, we got to say that these both fighters, they are 20 and 21 years old each one. I mean, like Luis Fernandez from Venezuela, he has a very, very aggressive style of fighting. But in this case, Ricardo La Hiena Rivera from Costa Rica, he was the one who started like the proposing, and he started to throwing and interchanging punches. I cannot imagine at this point like the fight going to the ground, because the style of those two fighters, I guess, is like throwing punches, very boxing style, Muay Thai movement. So the people is waiting for this kind of fight, not only jiu-jitsu fights, but this is the last amateur fight for the night, but it's gonna be a great fight. They got both of them. They got great cardio. They got great oxygen in their system, and they're throwing very, very tough punches.
Ricardo Rivera fighting out of Costa Rica, looking very active out there. A nice right hand. His last fight was a win against John Castro in UCC Hell in the Cage. He KO'd him at the 3-minute mark of the third round, and he wants to do the same thing to Luis Fernandez here, and he's letting his hands go. He loves the knockout, and that's how he won his last fight, and that's what he wants to do to Fernandez. Right now, his boxing is looking good. He's got a good jab. He's in tight. His elbows are in tight. Fernandez has got to figure. Fernandez has got to figure out the boxing, and he just got a nice left hook. He's got a nice left hook himself. Now, Rivera pressing Fernandez up against the cage. What's the MMA scene like in Costa Rica?
Well, Costa Rica, the MMA is always, a very good. That's a good question, Jay. I mean, like, Costa Rica always. Oh, in this moment, I'm sorry, but in this moment, the referee is not stopping the fight. Even that Fernandez called for a lowered punch, lowered hit in in the soft part of his body. But talking about Costa Rica and Panama, is a good, well, in this part, I'm sorry, but in this part of the fight, they started again to throwing punches, to interchanges. I can even see blood in the face of the La Hiena Rivera, and Luis Fernandez is defending and giving back his best. I was saying that Costa Rica and Panama is always, you know, like we're neighbors, and not only about MMA, also about Jiu-Jitsu. It's always a comparison, how to say, like a comparison between those two countries. But Costa Rica has a very good fighters, and I got to say too, they got a very, very good level of Jiu-Jitsu too, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. So the first round just finished at this point, and I got to say
The blue gloves and his opponent, the Hyena, Ricardo Rivera, with the black, gray, and white board shorts, fighting out of the red corner.
now in the second round, wow, with a high, very good and very high kick from Fernandez. This second round, I got to say this, from these 3 fights that we have been so far, this is the fight that the public, that the people here in Hotel Panama is most aggressive, is more happy of having this kind of fight.
Yeah, Fernandez with that kick right to the face.
With a beautiful high kick. And as you can hear, the public, the people is getting involved with this fight. And as I said to you, these two fighters, not only with their age, not only with their cardio, they got a very, very aggressive style. And this is a very good thing. Luis Fernandez is calling again, and this time the referee Juan Batista stopped the fight, because this is the second time that Fernandez called for how do you call, like a
groin strike.
Yeah,
groin strike.
So he has the right to wait. This is second time. The first time the referee Juan Batista didn't stop the fight because he didn't consider it was that thing. But in this moment, he stopped the fight. If we talk about Juan Bautista, he's a brown belt, Jiu-Jitsu brown belt. He has been as a referee many times, and we got to trust. We got to trust in the judgment of the referee.
It's a good call, and time is put back in on the clock. Fernandez could have taken 5 minutes if he wanted to. He did not take the whole 5. That's called being 20 years old. Recovery speed way faster on a 20-year-old.
Recovery in everything, Jay.
Yeah, everything. Everything is faster and better.
Do you see the left eye of Luis Fernandez? You know, Luis Fernandez has a result of the punches in his left eye. The Costa Rican fighter, the La Hiena Rivera, is doing a great job in this part of the fight. They got into the he got the takedown, and he went to the first single leg, and then he got the takedown. He's making the points for the cards for the judges. Now Luis Fernandez is with the close guard, but we got to remember, this is MMA. This is last fight, amateur fight of the night, and we see what happened.
Skilled fighters will always go for the takedown in the last 30 seconds. Or if they hear that 10-second clock, the guys who really are strategic will try to go for that takedown right at the end, because that's the last thing the judges see when they're filling out their cards is the takedown, and you just try to steal around if you can. If the round is close, you try to steal around.
Yeah, you're talking about the judges. I talk about the people here. If we talk about the people here, everybody is going, you know, every round like crazy, because we're watching two young guys, young fighters, fighting and giving their best. 10 seconds for the end of the round, and the people, again, is getting more involved into this fight.
Oh, wow. Look at Rivera go. Rivera trying to steal the round too. Boy, both of these guys. Our next 6 fights. 6 more fights in store for us. We have an 85-pound title at stake. And Rivera saying, let's do this, man. Let's give the people a show.
Spirit. That's the spirit of the sport.
Yep. Both these guys want to give this people a show. Rivera kind of stalking Fernandez. Fernandez kind of counter-fighting.
Interchanging punches, working on the boxing style, both fighters at this moment. But we don't know what this moment is going to change. They got into the clinch. They got to be careful with the band.
Yeah,
Matrix.
Wow. Little Matrix action there.
Like Neo.
Wow.
Yeah, they got into the
Now
clinch.
that too is called being 20 years old. That too, right? The reflexes, the speed.
Yeah.
Like who matrixes? Just 20-year-olds, really.
Yeah, the waist, the movement around the waist.
And Anderson
and
Silva. Anderson Silva got away with it into his 40s.
Yeah, now Luis Fernandez trying to attempt the guillotine attempt, arm in. Yeah, and he proposed to go to the ground. Remember that when the guillotine is all about who proposed going to the ground is gonna be the fighter who's gonna be with more advantage of that guillotine. So in this part of the fight, Luis Fernandez with the guard, kind of a close guard, but he left the guillotine, and now Hiena Rivera working on the ground and pound over the body of Luis Fernandez. The people I repeat in this moment, they're getting involved more and more about this fight.
Coming up on the 1-minute mark on the fight. I think Rivera's doing just enough in each round. He's always ending up on top. You know, they have good scraps when they're on their feet. They trade, you know, they give as good as they get. However, who keeps ending up on the top?
Now I can watch blood over the left eye of Luis Fernandez. He's not in a comfortable position because he's against the wall, he's against the cage, the fence, and the Costa Rican fighter is doing his job in this round.
Well, it's incumbent upon Fernandez to get up. Oh, that's an interesting stand-up.
Juan Batista, referee, stop it.
Yeah, if I was Rivera, I'd be upset at that because he was active.
He was working on that.
He was working. 10 seconds to go in the fight. This is really Fernandez's last chance.
Señores, fuerte el aplauso, por favor. Decisión del combate. El ganador por decisión unánime en puntaje 30-27 de la esquina roja, Ricardo "La Hiena" Rivera.
Le agradezco a todos los que participaron esta noche. Mañana estaremos anunciando a los ganadores de los premios en nuestra cuenta de Instagram UCCLATAM. Esperamos pues mañana contar con ustedes también y que pues sigan apoyando esta iniciativa. Que todos tengan muy buena